Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. We would like to thank the Department of Tourism as well as the organizers of the NWTO for giving us the opportunity to promote Muslim-friendly food and halal food in this gastronomy tourism event. We are very thankful because, as you know, it is very, very important for us to be able to prepare Muslim-friendly food as well as halal food for our Muslim brothers and sisters, especially when we are talking about 15 million Muslim Filipinos already in the country, as well as our nearby Muslim countries such as Brunei, Indonesia, and Malaysia, and the Middle East. Kaya po talaga pong napaka-importante that we will be able to provide Muslim-friendly food and halal food to them.
Hello everyone, I am Cheney Templo, your Binibining Tuburan 2024. My municipality is called the Municipality of Tuburan, and there we are known as the coffee capital of Cebu, where we grow homegrown coffees. Thank you.
What's up guys, it's your boy Simon Says Vlog. We're here at this amazing event, yung gastronomy nilang event. Grabe, sobrang quality talaga. We can see a lot of foreigners here from different parts of the world. Lahat sila na-try yung mga Filipino food, grabe. So far so good, everyone's having so much fun trying out the delicious Filipino cuisines, and of course, yung mga snacks natin, yung mga drinks and so much more na enjoy ng mga foreigners. And sana marami pa silang knowledge about sa Philippines and sa culture natin. We have the best food here in the Philippines. Kaya pa natin you guys, support tayo sa local, support tayo sa Philippines. Philippines #1! Woo!
Hi, good morning. I'm Hannah Chowa from the Chocolate Chamber. So here in the Chocolate Chamber, our advocacy is to bring back the love of cacao farming as well as the tradition of drinking our sikwate. And how we do that is by showcasing and educating how cacao is made as well as how our traditional sikwate is made. So over here, you can see we have the cacao fruit. So from the cacao fruit over here, we actually ferment the beans, then we roast them. Afterwards, we shell them off and grind in a semi-liquid form that we call tablea. So tablea in culinary terms is actually cacao liquor or cocoa mass, meaning 100% pure chocolate. And once cooked with water, using our chocolatera and the baterol, that is turned into our sikwate, a rich chocolate drinking tradition.
Malo-launch ba yun this year?
That's our intention, to launch it this year.
So does it mean may increase ang budget for the food tourism? Because we're launching, rolling out.
Well, in our proposal to the Department of Budget Management for purposes of the 2025 National Expenditure Plan, we are really buckling down on ensuring that we increase budget for food tourism specifically.
So for that roadmap, ilang years yung parang period?
Well, initial talks would have it that it will cover until 2029. Yes, but that's still under discussion with our stakeholders.
So by 2029, ano yung vision na dapat ma-achieve na natin by that
Well,
year?
in as much as our president envisions the Philippines to become a tourism powerhouse in Asia, that necessarily includes the full development of Philippine gastronomy, tourism as well. And all of these visions and plans and strategies will really not mean anything if it does not contribute to the livelihood of our fellow Filipinos. So that is our focus. Whether it's in the long term, the medium, or the short term, our focus really is to expand economic opportunities para sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya naman po na masaya tayo na meron tayong ganitong klase na global event sa Pilipinas kasi mas mabibigyan pa yung ating mga kababayan ng opportunities in terms of expanding their business, sources of income, in terms of providing livelihood and employment opportunities everywhere in the country, especially that many of our regional destinations are also able to offer delicious Filipino food to our tourists.
Kasi si Chef Margarita earlier, one of her recommendations was better infrastructure po. So included po yun sa roadmap.
Well, the improvement of infrastructure is very well embedded in the National Tourism Development Plan for 2023 to 2028. And as a result of our continued collaboration with the Department of Public Works and Highways, over 300 kilometers of tourism roads were constructed, expanded, and cemented in the year 2023, and we foresee this to further expand exponentially, knowing the President's pronouncements that investment in tourism infrastructure is a priority. He enunciated this during his inauguration of our tourist stress area in Ilocos Norte, which is also a manifestation of the Philippine government's commitment to improving tourism infrastructure. Kasama na din po dyan yung work natin together with the Department of Transportation. Kasi the Philippines, being an archipelagic nation, requires improvement in terms of sea travel, land travel, and of course air travel. Kaya naman po, masaya tayo na ma-activate na yung public-private partnership para sa NAIA airports beginning in September. Forthcoming na din po yung PPP for Iloilo, as well as Laguindingan Airport in Mindanao, and several other ones in the pipeline. Pati na rin po yung expansion of our seaports to benefit cruise tourism. Nag-announce na po yung Philippine Ports Authority na gagawa sila ng 5 cruise ports in identified destinations. And we continue to lobby with the DOTR to improve the condition of our seaports as well. We foresee that with this massive investment by the government in tourism infrastructure, it will allow us to be able to increase our competitiveness, especially under global travel and tourism indices.
Ma'am, this might be jumping the gun a little, but if we do host that gastronomy center for Asia Pacific, are you asking more funds in the 2020 budget for
Yes.
this?
Well, the Department of Tourism does have an infrastructure arm
Yeah.
in the form of TIAZA, Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority. And so we will certainly discuss it with TIAZA as far as trying to muster funding as necessary as a result of our discussions as well with UN Tourism, since these details have not yet been finalized.
Tourism is the slowest to recover in Asia Pacific region in 2023 compared to other neighboring countries. And with the success of this event, murag dili man, or you can just
Dili gyud.
you can answer it in Tagalog.
Yes, I
or
think
English.
what we have to understand is that this survey examines only the warm bodies that come into the country vis-a-vis the arrivals as far as our ASEAN neighbors are concerned. Pero sukad manggod sa pandemic, no, ang atong matrices for measuring tourism performance is no longer simply on the quantity, but also on the quality. The quality of which is very evident in our visitor receipts. Makita nato nga pamaagi sa atong efforts, no, ubos sa Marcos administration to really promote and develop tourism. Tourism has experienced the highest growth rate ever recorded by the Philippine Statistics Authority in 24 years at an 8.6 contribution to our GDP. Over 2 trillion pesos ang atong napuno sa atong ekonomiya pamaagi sa turismo. And global data will show you that the recovery of visitor receipts as far as the Philippines is concerned actually far outweighs the global average for the recovery of visitor receipts. At the end of the day, para unsa man ang turismo? Ang turismo para sa atong makaigsuunang Pilipino, nga ato silang mahatagan og higayon nga makatrabaho, makabaton og panginabuhi o nga mulambo ang kinabuhi sa ilang pamilya. And tourism under the Marcos administration has done just that, employing over 6.21 million Filipinos in 2023 alone. And so, I would say that notwithstanding this very limited view of tourism performance, all the other matrices for measuring tourism performance would show that the Philippines is performing phenomenally well, as evidenced by our hosting of this very first global gastronomy tourism event. Thank you.
Ma'am Moises Cruz po from the Manila Times.
Hello, hello.
Magkakaroon din po ba ma'am ng similar event like film and medical tourism?
Yung pagbigay natin ng priority sa ating nagkakaibang mga tourism product portfolio, of course, includes the development of film tourism and health and wellness tourism, which is why we are very excited actually to host the first International Health and Wellness Summit for the Philippines in the latter part of this year. And as far as film tourism is concerned, we're actually working very closely with the Film Development Council of the Philippines, as well as our local film producers and international film stakeholders to be able to vie for the Philippines as a viable film tourism destination. So we're actually coming out with a campaign for Philippine film tourism that's focused on these efforts, and that also will see light of day in the latter part of this year.
Thank you, ma'am.
Salamat!
Mention about the